Could be a bass or something. Not what we were after. I realize these hooks. Whatever it is. These are bass, probably. Another little smallmouth. All the bass are hungry. Raptor. That is the target species for today. We are out on Lake Utopia. It's the Thanksgiving long weekend here in Canada, and I thought I'd get out for probably one of my last fishes on our lake here. To see if I could fill up the freezer with some more white perch. So here we are. Usually I do this trolling some worms on a worm harness with a spinner, but all the stores here in Charlotte County seem to be out of night crawlers, so I'm going strictly artificial today. And we're throwing a scaled down little baby Rapala. And these fish are down a little bit deeper, so utilizing the downrigger here on the kayak to try to do some precision trolling at those depths. So these fish are down about 20 feet in about 25 to 40 feet of water for the most part. So strategy for me is I just let out about 30 yards of line and then hook that onto the downrigging ball. Have to make sure your line isn't wrapped around the end of the rod there. Let the drag out, and then we go down, like I say, 20 feet or so. We're in 40 feet of water right now. Tighten that drag back up to where you want it. There you go, you're in business. So, had a couple smallmouth bite it off the get-go, and then we got that one perch, so hopefully get some more perch. They're all pretty good size in Lake Utopia around this time of year. And one of my favorite fish to eat out of this lake for sure. I'll take my fair share of salmon, but I love the white perch, especially for like fish tacos and stuff like that. They're good table fare. We got him. Good perch. It's a good size. It's pretty typical for Lake Utopia here, especially this time of year. All right. Good size. So a lot of the time these fish aren't strong enough to pull it right out of the clip on the downrigger. You'll just see your rod tip start to knock, so you got to keep an eye on it. But it's a pretty effective method for targeting these fish, at least this time of year. I thought you were a perch for a second, until you jumped. Little smallmouth. Big ball of bait just down there. Perch, I believe. Small. Here we go. Goes right after that bait ball. Yeah, we're just trolling along at 1.9 miles an hour. It seems to be a good speed, anywhere around 2 miles an hour seems to work. Gone a little bit without a bite there. I was just considering changing colors when that one hit. There's one. This is a bass, I believe. Judging by the jumping, I would say it is. It's a small one though. Give me a bath. There he is. Good one. Good one. Just got to do circles here, I think. This is where most of the bites have taken place. Have to be very careful with these hooks. They are quite delicate. It's like a milk coming out of these guys. This area is good. A lot of bait down there. There's one. Looks like a bass. That's a bass. Definitely a bass. It's pulling. Yeah. Decent smallie. For Lake Utopia, it's not a bad size. They're fun on this rig. Here's those marks again. Starting to get into some bait, some returns. Just keep doing little orbits around this area here. I'm gonna mark it. Okay, there we go. I've got a lot of fish below me right now. There's one. Could probably get over top of them and just jig, I bet. Hit spot lock. Probably do all right that way too. He's off. Another good sized perch. troll through a couple more times. If we keep whacking them, I'm going to throw a jig on and try to grab some that way. Then we can just hang out over top and be a little bit more efficient maybe. Do a little spin here and go back through that waypoint I created. Here we go. There's those marks starting to show. Getting a bite now, I think. Starting to go through the thick area of fish. Should get bit here. There we go. Oh, he got off. He got off. There's another one. Yeah, they're holding down there on something. I'm not sure what it is, but they haven't moved, so. Who says you need live scope? Huh? Chirp, sonar getting it done. We'll go through it one more time because it's so productive. And then we're going to drop a jig or a little worm down there. Try that. Okay. Starting to see some marks again. Getting close to that waypoint. No point leaving fish to find fish. So there's one. We got him. Just on that last trailer hook there. All right, we'll try jigging because this spot is right where they are. See if that works. If not, we'll go back to this. So we'll use this rod, a medium light, to detect all those little bites. Try a bellows shad. Okay, give that a try. Some right under us here. All right, I think we're on bottom here. There's one. Well, that works. Oh, there's so many under here right now. They're loaded up. Drop him down. We are over a huge school right now. Hit it on the fall. Did you take the whole thing? There we go. Oh yeah. You want to keep my shad, eh? That's a good size one. G-crack bellows gill for white perch. Yeah, we're gonna limit out here on these. This is just a huge school. I've got spot lock over top of them. I think one's got it now. Yeah. Don't want to let go of that SAF. They are really schooled up. Crazy down there. Crazy. A little crazy. I've gotten into perch before in here, but not like a school like this. on to a feeding frenzy, there's no doubt. You can hear that helix, it's just going crazy because it's just seeing fish everywhere. That's a good size one. Look, they don't want to let go. Oh yeah. Ouch, that stabbed me. There's a smallie. No, it's a big perch. The size of that. It's a good size. Throw him on the board just to see what he measures. $13. A bass, or a really big, no, it's a feisty perch. Like, that's a good size perch anywhere, and to catch them back to back to back, it's pretty crazy. Some shoulders on this one. Look at that. That's a big perch. That is a big perch. That's a nice one. I'll keep him one. My last one. There's got to be thousands of them down there. All right, there we go. We lost the bait. Now we can go.